pick up the fruits and the vegetables myself personally. I also buy... No problem. Thank you. Okay, now it is lunchtime, but let me tell you what is the time. The time is 2:10. We were supposed to have a 1 hour lunch break. We'll have a 30-minute lunch break. I would expect you to come back at 2:40. There is a very good soup which I already had because you guys were discussing. It is called the sweet and sour or hot and sour vegetable soup. Try that first. Bon appetit. Thank you very much. Story. Come on, you want to tell a story? I'm giving you 3 minutes. Come on, the first one who comes here, I'll also give you a prize. Come, ma'am. Aap aiye. Blue sari, sari also blue, glasses also blue. Sab blue. Aap baithiye. Let me stand as you sit down. इंदू जी के लिए जोरदार तालियां. बैठिए मैम. संभाल के बैठिए. सोफा ये कारपेट गंदा हो जाएगा. ओके, इंदू जी आपका परफॉर्मेंस है 3 मिनट का. दिस इज योर 3 minutes ऑफ फेम. आप क्या करेगी जरा बताइए.
You want a story with a moral of the story?
I don't know,
So I can tell the story of the lion and the mouse, or I can tell the story in a very different perspective.
But you got 3 minutes.
Yes.
Your time starts now.
Okay, so once upon a time, there was a lion in a forest, and the lion got stuck in a net which was spread by a hunter. A mouse came and it nibbled on the net and it saved the lion. The lion was very happy. He said, "Thank you." And the mouse said, "It's my pleasure for helping you out. Now you are safe, so you can go back home." The lion was very happy. It went back home. The mouse was very happy. It went back home. The lion went back home and it met its wife. And the wife said, "What happened? Why are you late?" So the lion said, "I got stuck in a hunter's net and I was saved." So the lion's wife asked, "Who saved you?" So the lion said, "I was saved by a mouse." So the wife said, "You are ashamed. Are you not ashamed of yourself? You are such a big lion and you have been saved by a small mouse." So the lion started thinking and it said, "Yeah, now what can I do? I've been saved. I'm safe back home." Similarly, the mouse went home and same question was asked by his wife. So the mouse's wife asked, "Why are you late?" So the mouse said, "I was busy saving a lion." The mouse wife was very happy. "Oh my God, you saved a lion. Wow, kya baat hai." So so she started bragging to everybody, "My husband, he saved a lion, a very big lion." So the next time what happened? It happened the opposite way. The mouse got stuck. And it was the lion's chance to save the mouse. So who can tell me what the lion must have done? No, he ran back home and he asked his wife, "The mouse is stuck. Should I save it or not?" So the moral of the story is, I am the boss of the house and I have my wife's permission to say so. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Induji, thank you so very much. Okay, next 3 minutes, your 3 minutes of fame. Who wants to take this? Story time, storytelling time. You can tell whatever story you want, brag about yourself, tell lies about your neighbor, do whatever you want, but do it for 3 minutes. Aiye, ma'am, please come. Tell your neighbor to take out a picture of both of us. Okay? Yeah, thank you. What's your name?
Sharmila.
Sharmila is here. Ladies and gentlemen, Sharmila, a big round of applause. So, what are you going to do? Are you going to sing? You're going to dance? You're going to shake a leg? What are you going to do?
I can do everything, but I would prefer saying a story.
Okay, tell the story.
Yeah, so basically this is a real life incident that I want to share with all of you. I think that we are very blessed to be in HR fraternity because we get time or we get that opportunity to add values to people. And this is a very emotional story but I want to share it with all of you. I think it is 9 years back that we got an information, one of our colleague, he went out for a picnic with his friends and he went on missing. And we couldn't understand anything. We got to know that where he had been, it was a farmhouse which had a river, flowing. And coincidentally, he was sitting on one of the stones, and all of a sudden it was raining very heavily. The dams were set open, and the water flushed him out. The place where he met up with the incident, it was in the central part, which was near Kalyan. And after 3 days, he was found in the creeks of Vasai. So people who are here in Mumbai can understand where is Kalyan and where is Vasai. To be very honest, they are poles apart. Okay? And after 3 days, so every single day, my duty was only one, to come to the office, to keep the purse in the cabin, and to run to his family. Because to give that, to give that confidence to his wife that nothing has happened to him and he is safe. Whereas we were knowing that he is no more. And I think on the 3rd day, we got to know that, his body was found. And I think after that, for 2 months, what we did, or what I did as an HR, so it was a manufacturing setup, okay? And it was a manufacturing setup, so there was this entire shop floor which was there, and he had served the company for 25 years. So of course, he was at a very, worker level, senior worker category person. So person who has dedicated 25 years of his life to an organization. And people used to just see at his place where he used to work, and people used to just shed tears. For 3 to 4 days, the management was also very, very gracious enough that they said that allow the people to settle down emotionally. Okay, so it took us a lot of time. We had to arrange therapy sessions for the people so that they accept the unforeseen incident that had happened and they come back on the track. Every single day, for the next 2 to 3 months, I had a small chair over there amidst the shop floor. Every single day I was sitting with them, hearing the stories, hearing them cry, hearing them laugh with all the memories that we had. And I think that's why it was the opening statement that HRs, we are extremely blessed because we have this noble opportunity to share people's tears as well as their laughters. I was into a session, I think 2 days back, and AI in HR, okay? So I said the opening statement was, I'm not here to tell you how the AI has impacted HR, but I feel that how HR has to work or has to function in the AI era is very, very important, because that empathy and these qualities which have come in the last generations that had, and now with the young generation, the Gen Alpha that we are having, we want to see that these qualities further get endorsed even within the generations to come forward. I think that is the message I have for the people. Thank you so much.
Big round of applause. Very, very tragic, but a message which Sharmila ma'am said, how they dealt with the aftermath of the demise of a colleague, of a friend who they saw for so many years, and how they dealt with that, which was wonderful. I got 3 more minutes. Anybody else would like to come and share? Sir, ma'am, please come. Deborah, no? Yes. As Deborah walks the ramp, please give a big round of applause. Please sit down. You like the chair?
Oh, no, yes.
Okay. So, Deborah, what is your claim to fame first, before you take the mic?
The claim?
Your claim to fame.
My fame?
Yeah, what is your claim to fame?
Well,
Why do you get paid if you're getting paid what you do?
because I'm good at it, and I'm really good at it.
Accepted. Take it away, Deborah, your story.
Thank you. So, before starting, as you know, my name is Deborah, and I have started a company called InspireX Growth. So I'm not here to promote my company, of course, but yes, I would like to share something from my background. So I'm married to an army officer. So it's a story of a girl who is married to an army officer. He's scared. So, she's very educated. She has done her post-graduation from IIM. She has worked with one of the good companies. But as she gets married to an army officer, the life changes because he's posted to different location. One of the ruralest of places you would have heard about, such as Dinjan. Have you heard about Dinjan, by the way? No, it's in Assam, and it was an airfield in World War I and II. So basically, we get located to such places where there is, no place to work, no better opportunities. So I had to quit my job, and because of a lot of gap, I was asked multiple questions when I was reapplying. You are here in leadership roles, HRs, managers, directors. So I wanted to share this with you because being an army wife, it's not just to support my husband, but my husband would have 300 troops under him, and I would be the person who would act as a philosopher, a psychologist, or probably a marriage counselor, because those 300 men would have their wives, and they would have a lot of issues going on in home. So we have to counsel them in multi-areas of their life. So to say, army officers' wives are really talented, but it is really not a great situation because they do not have a lot of opportunities. They do not have opportunities which give them the freedom to work from those remote places. So I'm here creating a community of such army officer wives who are really talented, who are skilled, who are really educated, highly educated, to connect them with such projects or companies who have such program where we can help them to grow, to build a future and career. Because we are talking about future and culture here in the past sessions, how women are empowered or how they are changing the career, various segments. So yes, this is a very short story. The moral of the story is, if we think to change the world, we can. And if you think to create an opportunity, you can. It's just that if you want to. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Deborah. Wait, don't go away. Indu and Sharmila, please come here because you all shared. Let's do a picture together. Somebody has a handphone with a camera? Nobody answered. Thank you. Please stand here. So let me come in the picture. Now, ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for these wonderful women. All the women which are here are wonderful, but we had time for just 3. Maybe sometime in the course of the day, we could get some more. Shukran, thank you very, very much. Okay, get them. I'll have 3 minutes for one gent. We had 3 ladies, 1 gent. Please come, sir. Sir, it's 3 minutes. He didn't say yes. That's okay. Yes, no, So my name is Romy. It has not changed for the last 73 years. What's your name?
I'm JP Das.
Okay, sir. Sir, please sit down. You like the chair? Your story, sir.
I'll tell you a story, real story. A king was going in a jungle, right? And in jungle, a lot of birds come, hawks came, dove came. And the dove right now said that to the king, this hawk is chasing me. Kindly, can you protect me? The king says, fine, I'm a king. I protect my citizens. Let me also take care of the dove. Then the hawk comes down. He was saying that I was chasing this dove. How can you be unfair to other doves? You are being unfair. I would have caught it. It's a dove I have to catch, I have to feed, I have to leave. It's not fair on a part, king. So he said that, no, I have already given rescue to him, so I have no way out. So that I am very hungry, I am going to die. So what am I going to do? So he said that, no, what you do is that right now, you have only option. So king said that, you think of any option, I wanted to eat that. The same, you do something, think of it. King said that, I am going to give my flesh instead of that dove. So the hawk comes, and the dove was very hefty. And the dove was hefty, and they started eating the king. The moral of the story, of course, the king partly he diminished, his size was diminished, somehow he rescued by the grace of the God. But point is that here what we are looking at, the entire law of karma and when it is working, should you intervene as a leader? Point is that somebody will be sacrificed, somebody will be winning an HR. But your job is a team that performs. That is our job is the team should perform. That means some people will be eliminated, some people will be added. That is how a good team is meant. No longer, you see, Yuvraj Singh will not ever remain in the team. Rahul Dravid will not ever remain in the team. So Sachin Tendulkar, whatever it is, the time comes, Dhoni comes, he leaves. You have to throw out some people and get some new people. The point here, what we are saying that currently I feel in HR community, I go back to Eklavya. He comes to Dronacharya, says that, fine, I don't accept you as I accept you as a student. I'll go to Karna, same pedigree, he's a charioteer's son. How can you accept? Pandava says that, no, he's charioteer's son. This kind of, had he been accepted properly, the war would not have happened. Same thing. So point is that right now I find in the HR community, there is a particularly resistant to accept. Yeah, I was talking to somebody over here, only go to top grade people, not look at the skills, look at the knowledge, look at the pedigree. We have to go beyond that. Because what I have seen in the last couple of years, when in UPSC exam, I'm from the government of India, the knowledge is very broad-based. Earlier, we were seeing the people from the cities coming to civil services. But today, we find it is scattered all over India. When I find that, yes, somebody says that my father is a police, my father is a farmer, we feel so happy. There are barriers, but we are removing the barriers. When they come to my college, my institute, my training institute, they come with a difficult accent. But we say that we are building India. We are not building India, we are building Bharat. So we'll take everybody, we'll try to build India, taking all together. That is what we are doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Wonderful. Thank you. We wanted you for a longer time, but now we are going to start the session. So can we start, ladies and gentlemen? Can we start? Okay, how are we going to start? Everybody stand up. Everybody stand up. If you have arthritis like me, don't stand up. Let's go with some music. Do what I'm doing. Look at me. Right hand up. Everybody. Right hand up. Everybody, right, sir. Right hand up. Keep it up. Left hand up. Both the hands up. 10. Right leg up. With the two hands up. Right leg up. Like a bhangra. आप नहीं कर रही है मैम. Left leg up. Okay, both the hands and both the legs up. Turn around. Okay, let's do the twist. Look at me. Let's do the twist. The other side. Okay, look at your partner and say, ha ha ha. All right. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Wow. Thank you so much. Sit down. Sit down. All those who pretended to do it, put a hand up. Ullu kaun banaya mere ko? No problem. We'll go on. But before that, I would like to invite somebody very special. The Assistant Vice President HR, Softtech Engineers Limited, Mr. Rahul Devkar, to please accept Asia's most impactful HR leader. Please, the award. Thank you. Please come. Please come. Where's the boss? Oh, yeah. The waist up. Please join in. Your name is? Pallavi on behalf of Mr. Rahul Devkar. Here we go. Let's see your hands. Thank you. Congratulations. You want to say a few words? No? Okay. Thank you. You lost your last chance. I gave you. Okay, let's go now with the post-lunch session, which was supposed to start at 2 p.m. What's the time on your watch? 3 p.m., no problem. 3:10, okay, ladies, 3:10, 3:10. No problem. Okay, now we are not doing the panel discussion 3, CEO panel. Correct? Deveji? We have a topic, marketing future. Supriya Bambawale, are you here? Is she here? Yeah, you're there. She's from far away, she's waving out to you. Please come. Supriya Bambawale, engineering partner, global marketing lead, Capgemini. May I invite you on stage, ma'am?
Much for the introduction. And in marketing, as a lot of you may be aware, this is something that we call a punishment session, a post-lunch session that everybody pretends to pay attention to while being in a somnambulistic kind of state. So, and plus I got warned 15 minutes only. So there's a lot of videos in here, but I'd like it to be more of an interactive discussion, because I think it's pretty much a truism, the topic that was shared, because it says the future is marketing, which we all know. So what more can be said about that, right? There are a few slides to help stoke the conversation along, but at any point in time, just please stop me, and I'd like it to be more of an interactive session than anything else. So could you help me with the presentation, please? Thanks. So this is typically, what people think marketing is all about. We see what is up there. It's like the tip of an Alaskan iceberg, right? We say, oh, iceberg, but we don't know how deep it is. So of course I put the banner ad in there, and how do you know that it has succeeded? Well, I wrote click here, right? So, and that's what it is all about most of the time. And how have things changed over the years? It's a digital world, the digital explosion, and like we have seen, a recurring theme earlier. People say over and over again, post-pandemic. Post-pandemic, there was a digital explosion, because obviously businesses had to keep going, life had to keep going, and the best place to do it was in the digital world. As of today, the forecast for the whole of 2025 is up for you on screen. Digital ad spends are going to be touching almost $600 billion globally. But what does that mean for us as marketing leaders, visionaries, executors, and also strategists? I think that typically forms the crux of what marketing is all about, and that's sector agnostic. So whether we are in manufacturing, whether we are in fact in HR, and mind you, HR also needs marketing. Everybody needs a voice, right? And that voice could be silent, that voice could be loud, that voice could be subtle, but everybody needs a voice to tell people what you are all about. I mean, I could stand in front of you and give an introduction, but at the end of it, most of you will ask me, great, but what is your name? Right? And that is what it is all about. That's what the gist and crux of marketing is all about, regardless of the era, year, stage, anything. Right? So, and what you see here is what it is rapidly growing towards. So the future of marketing is, I don't care who you are, but you clicked on my ad, so I'm retargeting you and developing a profile and putting it into my data lake. And I will develop analytics based on that data lake, and then I will use it to market to you further till you either hate me or love me. Right? Is that what it is supposed to be? Not really sure. Right? In a corporate scenario, these are mostly the demands that are made of marketing, which makes it much harder for marketing professionals, leaders, visionaries, executors, freshers, to make the most sense and balance the available dollar and what is required of them. Not what they want to do. That sadly sometimes comes a close second, right? What is required of them? I want sales. I want business. I am putting in hard money and you are telling me, you are burning my available dollars and you are telling me, I created impact. I grew your brand value. Quantify it for me. Did it result in one person buying my product or service? Not sure, right? This is the kind of stuff that the future of marketing is veering towards. The intangibles, or sadly enough, the impact that is created by organic marketing is going slowly towards business enablement. And I think we all recognize that, regardless of the sphere we are in. We may not be marketers, we could be business people, HR people, operations people, but we do realize that to succeed in whatever we are doing, we need the support of some kind of communications, and that has to be orchestrated by a team that is proficient in what they are doing most of the time. So what it is that constitutes the future? So the future is marketing. But what is the future in marketing and of marketing, right? And we are veering today towards a lot of technology and tools, and we have seen that, in fact, even pre-pandemic. So if most of you would be aware, Nike, if you go onto the site, as far back as 2017, started adapting on their app something which would help you to assess your shoe size before placing an order, rather than getting into the whole rut of returns, right? And they still have it on their site. Right now, they've come up, I think, last year with a pair that just fits. So it has laces and everything, but the shoe is made in a way that will just fit. It's like a slip-on, regardless of how the shoe is made, constructed, and it does not impair the efficacy at all. So people are already looking into AI-powered tools which would lead to personalization of a product or even a service. I dwell mostly upon B2C, but mind you, B2B is also a multi-trillion-dollar business, and we incorporate that into supply chain, into manufacturing, into consulting, right? Virtual reality, immersive brand experiences. Some of you who may have gone on to Sephora or even a lens cart, right? You can actually see how it wraps around the spectacles would look on your face in an environment, right? So you have a virtual reality kind of ambience, not only a personalized tool, but also how you would look in different scenarios, wearing that product or availing of that service. The third, not very popular yet, but getting there, once the cryptocurrency fallout settle down, is blockchain. So I don't want to, typically it happens in credit card scenarios. You're following up and following up and following up for refunds, and then boils down to fraud. That doesn't happen if blockchain is already integrated and is part of e-commerce marketing, especially a burgeoning and well-established business. But having said all of that, what do brands do and what do marketers do for their brands, right? In the now and in the future. Again, this boils down to maybe sometime last year where a company like Dove said, artificial intelligence is great, but we don't want a generation growing up with the erroneous messages that are being put into the system for them to machine learn and churn out those messages and amplify them. And we'll see exactly what I mean by that. And I think that was also addressed earlier in the earlier panel. They said, we are putting stuff in places for gender equality, etc., but what we need is opportunity and an equal platform for all, rather than, training something which could become sentient, which is artificial intelligence or generative AI, and then that churns up messages for you to use in your marketing. So there's a video, if you could help me play the first.
Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination. If you wanna view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Wanna change the world, there's nothing
So this video, to borrow something from when we landed on the moon first, right? A small step on the moon, but a large step for mankind. So this is something like that. While we use the tools that are available at our disposal today and which have probably made a generational leap in how we perceive and pursue marketing, it is also important to learn what we are putting out for them to learn and to throw back at us. And Dove addressed exactly that. We'll see in a couple of more ads how people are harnessing what is available in a way which also educates people to not be overly reliant on them, especially if we are marketers, right? But how do these equip us to perform our roles better, especially in the marketing arena in the future and now? So work smarter, not harder, yes, but we have immersive marketing, which we saw. We have soundless ads. So while people have been saying audio-visual, what do we do? How many of us consume Netflix and then watch ads in something that's not our native language or Hindi or English? Because there are captions. So soundless is also becoming a big thing. In-game ads are becoming a big thing. We are playing Candy Crush and then we see Kisan Connect suddenly emerging and you're like, okay, let me try that maybe, not sure, but it's imprinted somewhere. Voice search, a big boon for people, and you'll be surprised at the numbers who are not familiar yet with the use of mobile phones, right? A large generation which still exists is not familiar, but yes, they are familiar with telling them what to do rather than trying to navigate and then getting frustrated, right? And influencer marketing. We hear that all the time. Youngsters who come up have a large fan following and then use that to influence choices of people. Now it's becoming a brand strategy to harness their power, and people did that for cricket as well. They use a TikTok influencer in the Dream 11 campaign for the first time. How do we promote the message using familiar faces? And not only that, so it doesn't stop, and you could do that with a celebrity. You could use a Shah Rukh Khan, but if you use an influencer, that pervasive thread keeps going. The momentum keeps going throughout your marketing campaign, and it earns you extra bonus points in terms of revenues. We'll see a small example, if you're familiar with a company called Nykaa, how they used influencers to churn out an ad. And maybe some of you have seen it, but it tends to be a little hilarious. This is not...
एक बार 3 यूट्यूबर्स को किडनैप कर लेती है.
This one. Yes.
एक बार 3 यूट्यूबर्स को किडनैप कर लेती है. गांजी चुड़ैल.
थक गई हूँ मीम बन के. अब तुम तीनों मुझे बेब बनाओगे, और नहीं बनाया तो अकाउंट्स डिलीट. बनाएंगे, जरूर बनाएंगे.
Typical lack of inclusivity.
The shade match is mind blowing, so my skin looks very even. The mascara bond on your eyelashes.
नील कटर से तो काम नहीं होगा.
What Nykaa did was promoted their product, harnessed influencers, got YouTube involved as a platform, and saw an exponential growth in sales, right? So you need a lot of creative mind. So never diss the power of the human mind, even if artificial intelligence takes as many leaps as, could overwhelm you. The human mind is something that cannot be dispensed with, and it's the most important lesson we learn as marketers on a daily basis. Right? Just maybe to encapsulate how we are moving. Very recently, I think early March, I learned that the 4 Ps of marketing during my time are now the 8 Ps. So you have people, process, physical evidence, which is different from place apparently, and purpose. So everything evolves. Nothing is static, and marketing evolves even more rapidly because end of the day, it is what we call a wedge. It is the basis on which everything else rests, even if there are functions like operations, which people don't really think would form the cornerstone or would have a need for marketing, but they do, right? And most of you are familiar with this, but happy to discuss it further if required. So data-driven innovations, everything is data-driven. So Netflix makes like $1 billion because they are analyzing data on a second-by-second basis. And that's how you see, oh, did you like this? Oh, is this, this is recommended for you. You gave a thumbs up. This is something we think you would like, etc., 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 right? And so many others. I mean, native advertising that we used to speak of, maybe 6 years ago. So what was native advertising? You searched, and then basis that search, you kind of got other ads and products pushed to you, which people thought, or which the company thought you would like. And business models are built on that. Content always remains at the heart of everything. And then the 8th P, which recently got launched for marketing, which is purposeful. So you're not just in it because you want to do business. You are in it because, and not because you're doing servant marketing, but you are in it because you genuinely want to touch and change and empower the lives of the consumers, whether they be B2B or B2B2C. So this is something that will again remain in force for the next 5-6 years unless there is something truly momentous that goes out to change how marketing is done. And then we'll come back to the ad, so sustainability. So typically when we say Coca-Cola, we think that we leave a fallen tooth in it overnight and it disintegrates, right? And then they came up with a game changer narrative like this, which says we are all about sustainability and recycling. So we are all about ethics and purpose, should you choose to adopt us or consume us. So this is basically what the future is marketing and what it will continue to be. So it's a cornerstone of innovation, growth, connectivity, and it will continue to evolve at all times. However, for us on a daily basis, this is what will continue to happen. Most of you who are marketers would be familiar with this, but for those who are not, this is typically what happens with other target groups who think what we do. But actually what we do is the last quadrant. So we are the ones who spike the revenue. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Ms. Supriya Bambawale. And I think you deserved more than that 17 minutes which you got. If ever I do an event like this, I'll give you 1 hour 17 minutes. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it was so interesting, especially the videos and the examples that you gave. Please don't go away without giving me your business card. Perhaps we could do business together. Before we get on to that big panel, in the meantime, can you ask the hotel to put the 5 chairs here, please? Thank you. Asia's top 100 iconic women of inspiration. Head HR, IES Management College and Research Center. It gives me immense pleasure to invite on stage Dr. Rangana Mehta. May I invite you on stage, please? Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a generous round of applause to Dr. Mehta, please. Thank you so much. Please look at the camera and get a good picture. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Congratulations, madam. Wonderful. You want to say one line?
Thank you so much for nominating me for this prestigious award, and I am truly grateful and look forward for future association. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so very much. We're now going to have a very interesting panel, and the topic is, it's the CEO panel, the future of work, skills, talent, and workforce strategy. Our session's moderator is the most capable person of doing this, Mr. Tejas Sham, entrepreneurship coach, 3 times TEDx speaker, entrepreneur, and founder of The Education Journey. Tejas bhai, where are you? You're not going to come? Thank you. Please come and help us to put the chairs up. A warm welcome to you. It's such an honor to have you on this panel. As the moderator of this panel, they're getting the chairs organized. In the meantime, I'll invite our other panelist. You only do it.
Okay, thank you so much. I'd love to invite my panelists for the panel discussion. Mr. Danish Sheikh, Head Human Resources, ACG Capsules. Please join us on stage. Dr. Vivek Trivedi, founder and CEO, shikshakji.com. Please join us on stage. Mr. Jasmeet Singh Suri, CEO, Empire Grand. Please join us on stage. And finally, Dr. Shalini Tiwari, HR expert and founder of HRDR. So I think I'll be here. Please, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Before we start the panel,
You'll share this?
I just want to take a couple of minutes quickly for the panelists to introduce themselves. Please go ahead, ma'am. We start with you.
We'll start from there.
Ladies first. Always ladies first.
Good afternoon, all the wonderful women and the men sitting here. I'm Shalini Tiwari. I come from a healthcare background. Around 22 years spent in all major healthcare giants, which includes, Jaslok, Lilavati Fortis, and various other hospitals. Last assignment with Lilavati Hospital as Director HR and IR, and now the CEO and Director with JMB Dynamic Solution.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Danish Sheikh. I head the HR Center of Excellence currently for ACG Capsules. Been in the industry for around 16 odd years, worked with brands like Nykaa, Aditya Birla Group, SBI Life, Wockhardt Hospitals, so on and so forth. And I was an entrepreneur for a while, and then I joined back full-time at ACG Capsules. Currently also doing my PhD in the field of DEI and OB. So that's a little bit about me.
Awesome. So, morning has been already introduced. So once again, just for the people who joined after lunch, just want to tell a quick background. So almost 25 years of experience and all in all hire to retire framework. And since nobody was ready to listen my experience, I wrote a book which got published 3 times by Amazon, Infibeam and all that. Nobody was ready to read my book. So I started becoming a guest lecturer in IIT, IIM, Narsim Hojis and all that of the world. And still there was more things to do. Pandemic hit. And that's what I became an entrepreneur by chance and along with by choice. Trained more than 7,000 plus entrepreneurs so far. Got, awarded as a world record holder in AI tech. Invited by UAE government in terms of policy advisor for MSME segment, and now nominated to represent India in United Nations shortly in 2026 for ESG Summit. Thank you.
Hi, My name is Jasmeet. I am a husband to a wonderful woman. My wife, Kulmeet, is sitting there. Father to two handsome sons. A national cricket player turned real estate professional, and I'm currently heading Empire Grand as the CEO. Thank you.
Thank you so much, panelists. Before we begin, quickly, I'm just going to set some ground rules in the interest of the timer that's ticking down. So we'll try and get as many questions in as possible. My request to you is, if possible, keep your answers to about 3 minutes, right? You can go on a little longer, no problem, but please try, right? Audience members, my request to you is, till we finish one round of panelist perspectives, please do not ask your questions. After that, I'll open it out to you in case you all have questions. You all can please go ahead and ask, right? Anything else? We can go along with the flow, right? So I'd start the panel. Thank you so much, panelists. Before we begin, please allow a round of applause for my panelists. Thank you so much. Okay, so as you all are all aware, the topic that we're going to discuss right now is the future of work, skills, talent, and workforce strategy. In the morning session, we've been dealing a lot with AI. We talked about gender equality through women empowerment, right? So there will be a little bit of an overlap. There will be some repetitive themes. So what I'm going to try and do is, I'm going to try and get some new perspective in, which is a little different, so that we can have a slightly different discussion as well. So we will talk about AI, but I'm not going to harp on it too much. Maybe we'll come back to it through audience and so on, right? So my first question, we'll start with Dr. Shalini. Dr. Shalini, when we talk about the future of work skills, what are the skills that you actually see the workforce needs to develop in order to have a fulfilling career, not just in the next 5 years, but maybe the 10 years? And I may be a little presumptuous because it's a little difficult to predict, but still, according to you, for the long term, what are the skill sets do you think that are important?
So, since I come from a healthcare background, I'll just, go in the same segment and would like to describe what future workforce should plan. And this is the right time, because people should be employable later also. So when we talk about, upskilling or upgrading yourself in various profiles. Now, when I come and talk about my HR fraternities, so we see that many of our sub-departments are getting outsourced, right? With the advent of technology, how we have to prepare ourselves, how we have to see that we are relevant to the time, changing times. Now, when I talk about not only the support functions, but when it comes to technical people as well, when treatment of people is there in hospitals, so even the slides reading is done through AI. So when it was earlier done through microbiologists, MD microbiology, and these people are appointed as consultants, and then they will give the diagnosis of a particular slide. Now it is done through AI. Cyber knives are there. Robotic surgeries are performed with more precision. See, your consultants are sitting in the back end. So now the catch is, many of them are not tech savvy. They are very good in terms of their diagnosis and, reading the, recognizing the problem. But they have to upgrade themselves. Now everything is in the form of records, and, so they have to come forward and upgrade themselves. These days, we provide support in the form of, medical support people who are the people who do data entry with the consultants, because they cannot. So now, with the latest generation of doctors, they are very much tech savvy and they are coming forward too. Likewise, others also have to find out and check, and it is they who can find out. Because I feel you have to innovate or else you will evaporate. So there are so many people are there. I think
Yes, thank you so much. So the takeaway from her conversation is basically about the technology skills or the tech skills required, right? But Danishji, I'd want to ask you a slightly different question. Sure. Apart from tech skills, people skills are very important, right? And we consistently see in the workforce that people skills are absent in a lot of people, I mean, client-facing roles are very difficult to carry off because communication skills are a massive problem. And I can see the audience members here smiling away because they realize the gravity of the problem. So your take on people skills required for the workforce of the future?
So
When it comes to people skills, I think the most important thing that you can build in yourself is resilience. Right? If you don't have the resilience to adapt, if you don't have that learning agility, you will not be able to cope up with the change. That is one bit. But on the interpersonal front, things like your EI, etc., have never been more important than it is today. When it comes to communication, you can use the chat GPTs of the world to, soften the edges, to create the content. But the way you do it, chat GPT can still not teach you that. So, that learning agility to adapt to the moment, your EI and your resilience are three things which I feel would be key.
And very importantly, so I think the word that strikes my mind is neuroplasticity, the ability to kind of pick up on things that are really important. And yes, technical skills are important, but so are all of these. Building upon this, we know that there are tech tools, we know that there are people skills that are required. But is there a third dimension that is really going to play a crucial role in all of this? Dr. Vivek Trivedi, if you can play prophesizer and give us an idea.
Thank you so much. And this is something which is very core to my heart also. Even before, we call it Anno Domini, AD and BC. So there is one word which is common, and that is called attitude. So whether you are pre-AI era or post-AI era, the only thing which is constant is attitude. And if the person is having attitude, they can definitely, learn any such knowledge, any such technology. So that's how, as we talk about the basics of any hiring, attitude, skills and knowledge, that goes without saying that, whether we get into AI or BI or CI or don't know how many I's are there. But what is more important is that attitude has to be there, and if that is there, then definitely that learning attitude takes you to the heights. That's my take. Thank you.
And that's excellent. Talking about attitude and building on the attitude point, I think since we're talking of AI, a lot of conversation has become that I need to know AI because I can function better, right? So it's all about me and AI, how I deal with AI. Jasmeet ji spoke about how he's been a sports person, national level, and in sports, the most important thing, especially in cricket, is teamwork. So I want to talk a little bit about the importance of teamwork in the future workforce strategy. What do you think, what's that dimension about? How do you think teamwork can play a role in the future of workforce?
See, I come from the sales background. So when we talk about sales, as you rightly said, people skills plays a very important role. And to have a good people skill, the emotional quotient is very important. And until unless that emotional quotient is there, the teamwork does not happen. So to have the team working together, there has to be understanding of each other's respect, and their adaptability towards each other is very important. So what I believe is there are three things which definitely makes an impact. Is definitely capability, secondly intent, and third is adaptability. So all those things, if it is there, only then the future of the team can be, we can say it's in the right place.
That's perfect. I think, this reminds me of a phrase that I heard from one thought leader. It was that teamwork makes the dream work, right? And I think that's precisely what's been articulated in very, very good words. Since we're talking about the future, right, and we're talking about what is it that we're looking for, and all of you here are vastly experienced in your domains, I want quick comments from each one of you in turn as to what are the most important hiring qualities that you look at as individuals. I know you've talked about different aspects that are important, but if you had to make a hiring call, right, what would be the most important quality that you would look for? One quality each.
So, अगर मैं इसको हिंदी में बोलूँ तो एक होती है नीयत, दूसरी होती है काबिलियत. So अगर काबिलियत है तो that person is good, but अगर नीयत नहीं है तो that person is useless. So if the person has niyat to perform, the kabiliyat can be cultivated. So I look into the person's intent to go forward, to learn and to adapt. If that is there, I hire the person. That's for sure.
Perfect. Excellent. Vivek ji.
So I think learnability, if we can just put a word, you know, if you have got a learnability as a virtue, you can learn anything. And that's the first and foremost thing which happens, whether you join any department, any industry, any segment, any level. If you have got a learnability, it definitely goes without saying. So that's my one word.
Perfect.
So I don't have one word. Actually, I would look for the values of the organization and the individual. So if the person lives the values, I think half my job is done there.
Excellent.
You know, like sir rightly pointed out, you know, you hire for attitude, you train for skills. So if the skills are missing, it's fine. If you don't have values, it's not.
Excellent.
I agree with all of my colleagues here sitting here that it's the attitude, you know, for which we hire anyone. And people, when we evaluate, we see that person should be ready to learn, which they have already said. And definitely, for the attitude, we do hire people.
Excellent. So I think a key theme evolving is the attitude, the niyat, and I think it's a great takeaway because when we have so many thought leaders saying attitude is important, you know, a lot of people, I'm an entrepreneurship coach, I deal with startups all the time, and I ask kids or students or young founders, what do you think is the most important for a startup? And they tell me it's the vision. I say, no, it's the attitude, because a vision can be developed over time. It's an attitude that will help you create something that is solid and help you tide over it. Right? वो नियत बहुत ज़रूरी होती है. Thank you so much for these inputs. You know, y'all are really giving us a lot of food for thought. Quickly, before I open it out to the audiences, we have enough time, so I'm happy to take your questions. But before that, I will now want to speak about the two themes that will be overlapping. One is, of course, inclusivity and diversity. And I know these are terms which, over lunch I had this conversation as well. They seem to be very abused because we all talk about it, but it's pretty much tea stall gossip most of the times, right? But according to our panelists, I want some action points on how do you think we can build inclusivity and diversity. I don't want the importance of it. We all know it. How do you think at workplace you can build inclusivity for the future of work? We'll start with you, ma'am.
I would attend it a little later.
Sure. Anyone else?
Sure. Okay, I'll go first.
Please.
So there is a 4R framework that we use for any kind of, cultural change or any kind of attitudinal shift, so on and so forth. So the first one is recognize. Okay, first is whether you manage to see that somebody else is different from you. Are you able to notice those differences? That's the first bit. The second bit is respect. Once you recognize these differences, the next level of that is you respect those differences. The third R would be respond. How do you respond now that you've acknowledged and you've respected? How have you, traversed that journey to respond in a manner which is acceptable to the other person? And the last R is, what was the fourth R? No, it was not result. It was something which was proactively checking to see whether there are any things that I need to do proactively. So, what was the word for it again? I can't remember the fourth R.
No problem.
But we use a 4R framework for this kind of work.
Very useful. Is it review?
Not review.
Maybe. Okay.
Just think over it. I think.
Sure. Vivekji, you'd want to go next?
Yeah. So, I mean, HRs are very, affinity to having the acronyms, right? I mean, we are just talking about RA and all that. So, IDEA is a one framework which we are using it, and we are supporting that DEI framework to that level. So, it's just DEI and IDEA. So, that's how. So, first is identify the role where you need not have any kind of reservations. That's the first thing. Second one is develop the complete responsibilities around it. So then, doesn't matter that what background I'm coming from, but I can contribute up to that level. That's the second point. Third point is come to effectiveness. Let me put the parameters on what my effectiveness can be measured. And the last one is action steps. So that's how the IDEA framework works. And if anyone is interested to know more about it, I'm just a call away. I can help you out with that. And that's how these DEI initiatives is actually doing wonders. And supporting the whole society as an ecosystem, developing it to the large, and getting into exponential results. So these are the two cents from me.
Excellent. Please. Wow. What's the fourth R?
The fourth R was reconcile.
Reconcile.
Okay. How do we handle this diversity and why do we need it? She said that it's already well known that why diversity is needed. What we try to do is to get people from different age groups. If it is a similar role to play, but we try to get different age group because they come with different perspectives. And probably not to hire people from the same company again. So it has to be different companies because every company has its own culture and they come with their own different mindset. So when there are diverse people working together, they come with new ideas and the activities that eventually turn out are strategically much more important to us because eventually it gives us the edge over others because the similar mindset gives us similar returns. When we have multiple different people, they come up with new ideas and that helps us grow as well. So diversity, I believe, is not only gender diversity, it has to be age, it has to come with different perspective, different locations, different companies.
Perfect.
So when it comes to diversity and inclusions, we have people coming from different ethnicities and backgrounds. We started one program called Be Wow. So wherein we involved people and made cross-functional teams. So this was not for work. This was so that there is better gelling in between them. They would spend time together, they would have lunch together, and believe me, it works. So this definitely helps on the mental health of the people who comes from different backgrounds, and which we have practically implemented and have seen the results.
Very, very good inputs. Personally, I'll give you one input. It's not related to business, but I think it's very important. I think it's very important for us to stop taking people for granted, right? We tend to take our workforce for granted. We tend to take our ladies for granted. We tend to feel, "Arey, isme kya hai? Our mother is doing a job at home. It's fine, no problem. It's a role to play, right?" The day we stop taking that role for granted and we start giving them the respect they deserve, thinking of them as the CEO, right? Imagine if you could think of your mother as the CEO of your home, what would be her salary? If that's the kind of respect that you can develop in your mind, I'm not saying pay her money, I'm saying imagine if she could command a salary, how much could she command for the kind of work that she's doing for you in your home? I think that mindset starts from there, where you can actually stop taking people for granted, right? On that note, panelists, thank you very much for your inputs. What I will now do is I'll open it out to the audiences. We have about 10 minutes. My request to all audience members asking questions is, please start the question with a W or an H, if possible. Keep it short so that we can have a little bit of perspectives from our panelists. Please go ahead, sir. Can someone please pass him the mic? Yeah, please go ahead. Okay.
Thank you. Myself, Naresh Nayan. I came from Rajasthan, Udaipur, and I'm working in the social sector, especially Manjari Foundation is one of the organizations. So my question was about this women in workforce kind of things, because we are in social development sectors where women still not, I will not say the 50%, it's more than in our organization 25%. So in that context, I'd like to learn about what are the best practices we can adapt, especially because women have life cycle need, especially in most of the cases, women suffer. Husband ka transfer hua hai, to wife ko hi job chhodna hai, kind of things.
Any particular panelist you want to direct it to?
So maybe because you are in, Shalini ma'am, you can.
Please go ahead, ma'am.
Yes.
So, what happens, this is our culture, this is our choice, that, whether wife would want to move or continue with her employment wherever she is. And many a times there are cases wherein husband also supports. So whosoever is the, better in terms of financials, you can understand. So then the decision is taken, not always the females. Now the time is changing. And I completely agree with you that when we talk about percentage of women in the boardrooms, it's less than 5% even today. So that's there. And your question was whether, they have to change. Many a times, 99% of times females do change because husband moves. So then comes the question of your employability. When you move to a new place, you can again apply and join if you want to, be with the family. So that is the option. This is what I can see.
Thank you so much. Please.
My question to is Shalini ma'am again. Nowadays, medical is business. There are many hospitals are getting opened up for the business only. nowadays. I may be wrong. Question to you is, by using the different technologies again, it is again the burden on the ownership of the hospital. Sorry? It's burden on the owner of the hospital, burden. And which goes ultimately to the patients. Okay. And by using technologies, doctors are losing their sense. I may be wrong. I have seen earlier only by having medical, basic blood test, doctors used to have the different surgeries. Now number of tests are there with annual. Please.
Because earlier you have seen that, Hakims were there, or, they will check your nerve and tell you the bimari. Now it has changed to diagnostic based. That means they say that your blood investigation is an X-ray kind of thing and your various parameters. Basis those parameters. I'm talking about pathology. When it comes to X-rays, when it comes to various scans like MRI scans and various things, CT scans. So now we are more precise in reaching the ailment and immediate start of the treatment. So the line of treatment is now defined basis these scans and observations. So you say that this is creating more burden on the patient, but in turn patient is getting more precise line of treatment and recovering fast. And when you talk about hospital owners' burden, no, this is again a line of revenue, your diagnostics, you understand. So these are various lines of revenue, lines of business. When we talk about hospital or healthcare industry, we say your labs, your ICUs, your diagnostic are the cash cows. So it's not the burden. That's their very well thought of line of business.
So I'm just going to quickly interject here. I mean, I know ma'am has given her 2 cents, but I'll also give my 2 cents. I think at the end of the day, we're moving towards a westernization of medicine. I think we're moving towards a system where it's the insurance companies which dictate how much of an investigation you're able to get and how much of a treatment you're able to afford basis those investigations, right? And ma'am is right. It's the commercialization of medicine. Is it right or wrong? We're no one to sit on judgment, right? Everyone has the right to carry out their business the way they deem fit. The question is, at the end of the day, is it fair? And that's a question that I leave to all of you to answer. I cannot answer it, right? Questions for my other panelists, please.
Hello, I'm Sharmila, and I belong to the manufacturing sector. I just had a question here. We have this Gen Alpha now coming into the business, as we say, the future candidates or the future employable people who will be joining our teams very soon. We wanted to know that these people who have a very short attentive span, okay, who believe in artificial intelligence more than human intelligence because they actually study to score and not to gain the knowledge. And they cannot take the criticism very constructively. Now, at that point in time, we as HRs or employers, what do they need to strategize and plan so that they can retain these workforce going forward? Thank you so much.
Any panelists you want to ask it to?
Anyone
no?
can take
Anyone
it up.
wants to go,
Thank
please.
You want to? So just to share you a practical example and a pragmatic solution here, AM Nayak from L&T, they did it very well and they called it as a reverse mentoring. So they know that when Gen Alpha comes on the board, there is always so much of reservation, so much of conclusion, so much of confusions which is there. And parallel to that, there are the people who are in 60s, 50s already there in L&T. So what they did is that they actually combined both the things together, and whatever is like Zen Alpha's quality get consumed with an experience of the HODs that way. So that's a reverse mentoring started the approach. And then what happened, they all get connected very well in terms of starting up like, the basics information about the organization, the best of the domain knowledge, and then how to deal. So instead of Gen Alpha waiting for 2-3 years to get an experience, this was coming directly from the HOD. So that's how the combination happened. After L&T AM Nayak, the same thing happened in Infosys. They also started, Narayan Murthy ji, again chief mentor of this particular program. This is started, and afterward it has waved off to various places. Even in manufacturing also, SKF is one of the company which is in the bearing industry. So they have already done it. This may be one of the solution which is a practical solution here. Yeah. You want to add on?
Jasmeet ji?
Yeah, sure. So we come across this challenge very often. Why? Because we're in sales and people coming from the freshers and interns, they join us. What we try to do here is, yes, the attention plan you rightly said is very less. So they don't understand delayed gratification. So what they need is right now, right next 10 minutes, what should happen. So what we try to do is give them very short-term goals, short-term, I would say recognitions are also given. So achievements of those short-term goals keep them going. And along with them, he rightly said, we also have a senior sitting along with them, giving them the long-term guidance as well. How achieving short-term goals and keeping an eye on the long-term strategies is what we have been able to deliver. But yes, we still face a lot of challenge as compared to the last generation, where people used to understand what would happen if we keep on working for this long, and this work has to go on again and again, and then you'll get the results. But this is the challenge which we face, and my son is 21 years old, 22 years old, so I keep on explaining him one thing, that whatever there is lacking in the market right now, if you are able to incorporate that in yourself, you'll be more employable. So the thing which is lacking is consistency, and you have to focus on that consistency part. And I hope that he follows that.
Sure. Danish, any comments? We can wrap up with this. Please go ahead.
So at ACG, what we do is we have these intergenerational workshops. Now, one of the areas of diversity which we've identified is on the basis of age. So it's not just the Gen Zs and the Gen Alphas that we have to look to, we also have to look at the boomers, right? Because they are experienced, even they need to feel included in the organization, when the majority is now tending to people who are much younger than them. So what we do is we do these workshops wherein we get people from different age groups into a session, we talk about biases, and then we get them to, kind of devise their own ways of working with each other. Once they do that, things have smoothened over a period of time. Rather than, only focusing on Gen Zs and, ignoring the boomers, we are doing a major disservice to a large part of the organization who's actually holding a lot of value in terms of knowledge, in terms of, intellectual capital. So that's what we try to do in order to bridge that gap.
Thank you so much. I'm sure we have a lot more questions, but we're out of time. And the timer says time's up, so we're bang on time. And I'd like to first thank my panelists. Please give them a loud round of applause. And then I'd like to thank all of you for being a wonderful audience. Please give yourselves a loud round of applause. And thank you so much, panelists. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you very, very much. Ladies and gentlemen, let's invite the Data Sub and all the panelists for a group picture, please. Thank you. Wonderful sharing, all of you. Thank you so very much. Let's give them a generous round of applause, friends. Thank you so very much. Wonderful panel discussion. We now have special citations on stage. I would like first to invite. Yeah, there's a video which I'd like to see, and somebody can take off these chairs from the hotel, please. Thank you. We now have a special video. Thank you.
Security concerns, disputes among members, lack of transparency and communication, non-compliance with... Hello friends.
I think we'll get it again.
Hello friends.
Yes.
In the context...
Well, I think all good things take time, but we'll get it sorted. Thank you.
Hello, friends. In the context of cooperative housing societies, some common problems faced by members include maintenance and repair issues, financial mismanagement, parking and vehicle management, water and electricity issues, security concerns, disputes among members, lack of transparency and communication, non-compliance with rules and regulations, and difficulty in resolving complaints. We have a single solution to address all these problems. Now we are happy to introducing upcoming app, Society Gate. This is a mobile application that will help make your society more organized and convenient. Society Gate is a web-based platform that facilitates communication, management, and convenience for society members. This platform is based on two main registration pages, one for societies and one for members. The application has four main tabs. The first tab is the homepage, which serves as a central hub for members. Here, you can access features like member listing, visitor management, notice board, maintenance payment gateway, amenity booking, help desk, and member profile. The second tab is shop listing, which provides members with a directory of nearby stores. You can view store listings, addresses, and phone numbers and search for specific stores or categories. The third tab is Message, which allows society members to communicate with each other. You can send and receive messages in a group chat and share files. The fourth tab is Profile, which allows members to view and manage their personal information. You can view your information, family members' information, visitor information, and vehicle information, and edit it as needed. Society Gate will help make your society more organized and convenient. This application allows you to connect with your society members, communicate, and access features. We invite interested individuals to join us as business partners in this venture. For more details, please contact us at 9819222299. So, download Society Gate, which is shortly available on Android and iOS platforms, and get your community connected. Thank you.
Wonderful. Let's give a big round of applause to Society Gate, which is a new app. And may I invite the founder of Society Gate, Shri Suraj Gehlotji, on the stage, please. And that's Surajji. A warm welcome, sir. Wonderful video which was made. मेरे को क्या पसंद आया उसमें? There was one section which says members disputes and they're pulling at each other's hair. It was a good visual.
This is the new application from House of Suraj Gehlot, and Suraj has been driving. He's been part of the leading this talent value as an organization, and Suraj brought this society manager as an application. We have already kicked off, launched. It is available in Android platform, and this platform allows there are a lot of applications on the society related things, but then this is unique in terms of customer friendly experience, as well as there are virtual teams which are there. You never find the local person in the premises also. Here, this is a team where you'll have a representative who's known or who's the face of the organization. I mean, when you look at this concept, that's the advantage of this application. So, congratulations, Suraj, and we look forward for anybody who's looking for an app or this product in any geography. This is pan-India. We have opened this product. So, yeah. And anybody looking for partnership and to be interested in the business proposal, welcome and thank you so much. We have the contact numbers over given on there. You can connect the talent value team to reach out to the society team on that part. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Surajji. And wish you all the success on your app, Society Gate. We're now going to do some invitations on stage. Firstly, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome the founder, Sri Jitendra Sharma ji, please. Warm welcome, sir. Please take care. Thank you, sir. आइए, आइए. To join him, may invite model and actress Vidya Shukla ji, please. Vidya ji, are you here? Maybe she'll come. Reha Khan ji, model from Dubai. Yes, here she is. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a big round of applause to Reha. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sanjeev Kumar Jain ji, may I invite you on stage. He'll join us. Shilpi Chugh ji, celebrity yoga trainer and actress. Shilpi ji, are you here? Yes, she's coming. Thank you. Sanjeev ji, आइए. Thank you. Rohan ji, are you here? Mr. Rohan. He'll join us. Jitendra Sharma ji. Oh, you're already there, sorry. Your name came twice. Okay. Erzina from Russia. Erzina, is she here? Erzna. A warm welcome to you. Give her a big round of applause as she approaches the stage. Thank you so much. Ravi Jain ji, singer. चलिए भाई 3 घंटा अपना अभी आराम करेंगे. माइक आपके हाथ में थमा देंगे रवि जी. आइए आइए आइए. Saya Sakare, singer. Saya ji. Yes, she's coming. Thank you. A warm welcome to you, ma'am. Thank you for your esteemed presence here today. Thank you. Sudeep Tiwari ji, social worker. Sudeep ji, आप हो? अंधेरी कुल्ला रोड, मरोल मोरेशी रोड, जेवीआर का रोड के बारे में हम बात करेंगे आपसे बाद में. आइए सर. Preeti Sharma ji, who is a model. May I invite you, ma'am. And finally, Shri K.L. Sharma ji, who is a builder. आइए सर. Thank you. So what I'll do is I'll ask all of you to speak for 60 seconds. Okay, that's fine. I start with you, ma'am, and then pass it on. Just say hello.
Hi, hello, everything.
Yeah, just to say hi, hello to the crowd.
Hi, hello. I'm Jaya Sakhare. I'm a classical singer, Bollywood playback singer.
Very good.
What I can?
You can dance or sing.
She speaks Russian language. She doesn't.
You speak Russian.
I'm speaking
Russian, yeah. We all understand. Okay.
Yeah, hi, this is Shilpi Chugh. आप लोग कैसे हैं?
बढ़िया.
So मैं हूँ एक फिटनेस योगा ट्रेनर और मेरा काम है इस इंडिया से बीमारियों को भगाना. तो मैं बहुत सारे लोगों को फिटनेस कराती हूँ, योगा कराती हूँ, फ्री सेशंस देती हूँ, पेड सेशंस देती हूँ, बिकॉज पेट के लिए कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा. एंड आप लोगों से यही गुजारिश है कि सुबह उठ के आधा घंटा रोज कीजिए योग, तो आप सब भी फिट हो जाएंगे मेरी तरह. ऑल द बेस्ट.
Hello everyone, good evening, good afternoon. I am Reha Khan from Dubai. I am a social worker, I am an actress, I am a model, I am an entrepreneur and I am like इन्होंने कहा कि योगा करना चाहिए, फिट रहेंगे, तो वैसे एंटरटेनमेंट है और हम आपको एंटरटेन करते हैं हमेशा और कराते रहेंगे और हमारे लिए दुआ कीजिएगा कि हम अच्छे से अच्छे सॉन्ग लेके आएँ, अच्छे से अच्छे मूवी लेके आएँ ताकि आप एंटरटेन हों और आधा घंटा योगा करें तो आधा घंटा डांस कर लीजिए. फिट and enjoy your life.
Thank you.
हेलो एवरीबॉडी, माय नेम इज़ सुदीप तिवारी। मैं एक सोशल वर्कर हूँ और हम राजस्थान में फ्री एजुकेशन देते हैं गर्ल्स को, और किसी भी सेक्टर की किसी भी कैटेगरी की गर्ल्स हो उसके लिए हम उनको फ्री फूड वगैरह सभी तरीके की फैसिलिटी देते हैं। और उसके बाद में भी आगे जो फर्दर स्किल एजुकेशंस वगैरह होती हैं वो सर्टिफिकेशंस भी वेरियस यूनिवर्सिटीज़ से हमारे टाई अप होते हैं और हम उनको फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट कराते हैं। थैंक यू।
नमस्ते, मेरा नाम जितेंद्र शर्मा है। मैं बाई बॉर्न जयपुर से हूँ और यहाँ जब बात चल रही है एशिया पैसिफिक फ्यूचर स्किल्स की बात, तो मैं एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को भी रिप्रेजेंट करता हूँ। शुभ विचार उसका नाम है, शुभ विचार संस्था, जिसको कल ही गोवा के राज्यपाल साहब ने भारत का नंबर 1 NGO का अवार्ड दिया है। ये संस्था मैंने ही बनाई थी, जयपुर में रहकर बनाई थी। जब मैं फर्स्ट ईयर में पढ़ाई करता था तो मैं देखता था कि कुछ लोग भोजन करने के बाद में आधा भोजन खाते और आधा छोड़ते, कुछ लोग बिजली के पंखे चलते रहते और क्लास से बाहर चले जाते। तो ये सब क्यों हो रहा था? कुविचारों के कारण। और ये जो पंखे चल रहे हैं, संपत्ति बिगड़ रही है, क्यों हो रहा है? और मेरे देश की संपत्ति है हमारी, तो वो उनका कारण है कुविचार। तो हमारे अंदर शुभ विचार आए। तो हम अगर बात करें एशिया पैसिफिक फ्यूचर स्किल्स की, तो हमारे अंदर स्किल्स में शुभ विचार भी होना चाहिए। जितने अच्छे हमारे शुभ विचार होंगे तो ही हम दूसरों को प्रभावित कर पाएंगे, तो ही हम मानवता की सेवा कर पाएंगे। और अगर हम किसी कंपनी में काम करते हैं उसको भी हम अच्छा सेवा दे पाएंगे। उदाहरण देना चाहूँगा, मैं 2013 का मुझे चाइना में यूथ डेलीगेशन का एम्बेसडर बनाकर भेजा था उस टाइम प्रधानमंत्री जी ने। और एस जयशंकर साहब वहाँ पर जो अभी विदेश मंत्री है, एम्बेसडर थे चाइना में। वहाँ से आने के बाद में हमें एक यूनिवर्सिटी में टूर करना था, तो कुछ कंपनियां बाहर से आई थी। बाहर कंपनियों ने इंडिया के जो स्टूडेंट्स थे उनको देख रहे थे कि उनमें कितने अच्छे शुभ विचार है, मॉरल वैल्यूज है, तो इसी की वजह से वो उनको अपने रिक्रूट करना चाहती थी। वो यूनिवर्सिटी में DU में रही और वहाँ पे किसी भी स्टूडेंट के विचार और मॉरल वैल्यू जो अच्छी नहीं थी, वो अपने हॉस्टल में जाते तो उनके पंखे चलते रहते, सफाई नहीं थी, वो थी, तो वो बिल्कुल बेरिंग चली गई। और उस टाइम दिल्ली की जो टॉप अखबार थे उनमें ये बात छपी। तो इसकी वैल्यू मुझे समझ में आती है, हम सबको समझ में आएगी। तो यहाँ अपन स्किल्स की बात करें तो शुभ विचार और मॉरल वैल्यूज के स्किल्स की भी हमें बात करनी चाहिए। मुझे यहाँ पर बुलाया,
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू,
बहुत बहुत अच्छा लगा।
बहुत धन्यवाद सर, शुक्रिया, थैंक यू,
और
बिग राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज, वंडरफुल स्पीच, थैंक यू सर।
Hello guys, Vidya Shukla this side and I'm a aspiring actor. Very soon मेरी एक वेब सीरीज भी रिलीज होने वाली है, so yeah. And how about this show? Did you like the show or yeah? Yeah, so yeah. Thank
Wonderful, thank you.
Namaskar, myself Ravi Jain. First of all, thank you to Jitendra Sharma ji and Lalit Sharma ji and his whole team for inviting me here. और मैं जैसा कि बोला कि what you are, I am trying to get that. एशिया पैसिफिक फ्यूचर स्किल है ये प्यारा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, है ये प्यारा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जहाँ पे जुड़ गया है देखो सारा नेशन, देखो सारा नेशन। अरे यूं ही गाते रहे और मुस्कुराते रहे हम, छूकर मेरे मन को किया तू। एवरीबॉडी 1 2 3 4। छूकर मेरे मन को किया तूने, क्या इशारा हो बदला ये मौसम, लगे प्यारा जग सारा, छूकर मेरे मन को किया तूने, क्या इशारा।
Big round for Mr. Ravi Jain ji. Next, please. Thank you, sir.
He have given my introduction.
Thank you, sir.
I don't have to give other thing about me.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Next,
yeah, please
Thank
carry
you
on.
very much.
So my name is Sanjeev Kumar Jain. I represent a company called Tycoon Global. It's a publishing and magazine. It's a global magazine. We are present in UK, Dubai, Singapore, Australia, and India. And I would like to thank Talent Value and First India News for in organizing such an amazing event. And thank you for inviting me, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Daveji?
Yeah, thank you so much. And I would like to call upon Lalit ji on the stage. So, Talent Value is a platform. What we try to do is we try to bring upon various talent, various different aspects of the society. And what better than this August forum, August gathering that we have. Last time we had, in our first introductory program that we launched 12th November, we had What Now and the entire What Now team. What Now team is also here today, and we will have What Now as a second program to dedicate as a, what they do and was an organization. But different aspect, when we look at the people on the dais forum, there are different field and diversified field that they come across. What we have realized that it's important that we connect back in different field. Somebody is on a yoga side, somebody on an international Russian side. And Riyaji, thank you for coming to India. And at our short notice, short request, all this man, Lalit ji, has been coordinating and ensuring this part. So thank you so much. Thank you for, being wonderful. One round of applause for the entire team. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Just stand there, give me the mic and get a group picture. Make a semicircle, please, semicircle, so you get a better picture. Yeah, make a semicircle. Everybody smile, look at the camera, give them a big round of applause. What a great show. Fabulous. I think let me also wear my shades. Everybody's wearing shades on stage. Yeah, great. Sir.
मैं विपुल जी और जहीर भाई के लिए कहना चाहता हूं कि मैं अकेला ही चला था जानिबे मंजिल पर लोग आते गए कारवां जुड़ता गया ये ठीक वैसा ही है यदि चाहे कुछ मुतरबा मिटा दे अपनी हस्ती को दाना खाक में मिलकर गुले गुलजार बनता है थैंक यू सो मच
अरे वाह बहुत खूब धन्यवाद थैंक यू ऑल वेरी वेरी मच What to do? Oh, photo. Okay. Photo session happening. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, our special guests and celebrities from all over the world. Wonderful. We're moving on now to our next session. And this is going to be a short session of 15 minutes by... Okay, 1 minute. Don't go away, please. Please come back. They have to come back. So all those who are on the stage, ma'am, please wait. Please come back because we would like to honor you with a shawl. You have the time? Yeah, thank you. Please come back. Ladies and gentlemen, please come back. Sir, aye. Thank you so much. And Daviji, you will honor them with the shawl. And as they are being honored, please give them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to our honored guests, celebrities, VIPs from all across the globe. She liked the color. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for your presence here today, which we value a lot. Thank you. Would you like to leave? Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so very much as you get your shawls. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. We are honoring you. And now I would request ICF PCC leadership coach and facilitator, Ms. Sushma Bantia. Her topic will be planting seeds of change, coaching for deep and lasting impact. May I invite you, ma'am? Thank you. Please welcome ma'am with a generous round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. All yours, ma'am.
Thank you. Right. So I'm Shishba, and I am a coach, a leadership coach, and do a lot of facilitation also. So what I'd like to really start with, planting seeds. To plant a seed, if you're planting a seed today, it's going to grow much into the future. So what we have today, seed was planted some numerous years back. So let's travel in time. I'd like to take you back 25 years. 25 years ago, there was a girl, or maybe a lady, and she was doing some training programs in one big corporate. Excited, eager to make a difference, make a change, impact lives, and say, training is so important, especially behavioral training. And we've just heard the previous panelists all talk about attitude. We'll hire for attitude. Oh yeah, that's what I want to do. Change attitudes, change behaviors. Fantastic. And what did the organization, the corporate look for? At the end of the training program, they circulated a feedback form asking participants to fill out that feedback form. And this young lady got 5 out of 5 repeatedly. Oh, very good. Fantastic. Organization is happy, I'm happy, everybody is happy. Then one day, numerous programs, in the same organization, and one day, about 3-4 months later, walking around the campus, some of the participants from previous programs came and said, "Oh yeah, hi, how are you? Oh, so nice to meet you. Yeah, thank you. We attended your training." "Oh, you attended my training program?" "Yeah, I remember." "So tell me, I do numerous topics for this organization. Which particular training did you attend?" It was a very nice training and we really enjoyed it. "Yeah, I know you enjoyed it, but tell me, which training did you attend and what have you done since?" "Yeah, it was a very good training." Okay. That got the person thinking. And it was a turning point. Am I a trainer or an entertainer? What's my purpose? What's the objective of this training? That, of course, I'm sure you've guessed by now, was my story. 20 years ago, when I got into this field, this was what really shook me. Where am I? What am I doing? Am I really making an impact, or am I just entertaining? It changed the way I trained. It changed my way of looking at things. And completely I said, if I'm doing something, is it going to make a deep and lasting impact? Fast forward to today, I'm very happy that I had that experience, and I have impacted numerous lives and done and impacted, and it's been lasting. I mean, there are so many stories that I could tell, but one of the ones was about a gentleman who had come to me. I had coached him, and he gave up a drinking habit which he had for 25 years. And okay, it was done. This is about 12 years ago. And then I reconnected with him just recently, and I said, I know we had that coaching sessions, and you told me that you quit drinking. I just wanted to check, how are you doing now? He says, you won't believe it, but I have not touched drinks because it really was harmful for me. Not only that, I also gave up smoking. And I, in my corporate, have really excelled, and I'm handling very important roles now. So how does it happen? What's the secret? See, from an organization point, if you really look at it, things like, okay, ROI of 500, 700, when you talk to the business leaders, the HR leaders, sounds great, no? Here, your employees are going to be more, 77% more engagement. Great places to work. Yash knows that we're talking about it. Great engagement, Yash, right? You'd love to hear and get numbers like that. Even, hey, great well-being, high productivity, everything's increasing. But what brings about this change? How do you get these type of numbers? I'm sure a number of you here, HR leaders, CEOs, running companies, would love to have numbers like that. What's the secret? Towards this, what do? We actually do people development, capability building. And those capability tools that we normally employ when we say attitude, behavioral change, it's all about things like training. We've heard the panelists also talk about mentoring, reverse mentoring. We use things like coaching. The one I want to focus on today is the coaching. Yes, it's a combination of all tools. We need to use different tools, and it's a combination and journeys. But what exactly is coaching? And this was a question asked by somebody in the previous session. It says, what is coaching? When Ajay Bakshi was talking in the morning. But coaching actually, if you look at it, because when we use the word in India and some other places, it's always IIT coaching, coaching for exams, sports coaching. The coaching that we're talking here is about inside out. This is the ICF definition, the International Coaches Federation. I do hold a PCC certificate from them. And it is all about a journey and a partnership where the coach helps the coachee bring out what's internal. Training is about knowledge from external to internal. It is teaching. Knowledge is outside, you're imparting it to the person in front. Whereas coaching, it is getting what's inside of them, helping them to get clarity by asking questions and really supporting them. We're not advising, we're not mentoring, we're just helping them understand themselves better. Now, when we look at what are the skills for the future, as this whole conference is all about, summit is all about, and leadership into the future, what's really needed? Capability to hai. Are they willing to do? What comes in the way? What's the mess that's happening here? When we say attitude, but what is attitude? Attitude is nothing but your belief systems and your thoughts. So how do we go change that? Whether we were talking about the women leadership programs and our belief systems, whether we're looking at coaching, whether we're looking at Gen Z or Gen Alpha or boomers. Once the thought process changes, our behavior changes, and we're more willing to do. So in short, what I'd really like to do right now is to share a model that I've been using, which I learned from a wonderful mentor, David Peterson, to bring about sustainable change. It starts with really the insight. Does that person have the insight? Does that person really know what they want to do? It's like having that insight, I need to exercise. We all know we need to exercise. But honestly tell me, how many of us really do it? So we have the insight. What's next? Okay, in the whole pipeline of sustainable change, we look at, okay, if the person has the insight, are they motivated to bring about that change? Are they motivated to do something? Are they willing to? Are you really willing to exercise? Are you really willing to do that? Is the motivation there? Insight may be there, but is the motivation there? Now, once we realize that, okay, there is motivation, the next step in this whole process is to really look at capability. I may know I need to exercise, I'm motivated to do something, but do I have the skill to do it? So whether we look at, I think Jasmeet was talking about cricket. I know I need to play cricket, I know I need to bowl this way, but am I able to really bowl or am I able to really bat? Skill building. That can also prevent the change. And then people get demotivated and give up. So are we focusing on the capability building and the skill building? Skills तो कर लिए, but कभी मौका ही नहीं मिला. अब क्या होगा? कुछ नहीं. It'll go away. So real world opportunities. And very often what we found that in organizations, people come and say, oh, teach my people presentation skills. I said, are they really into presentations? What type of presentations are they making? No, they're not going to make, but in the future, after 2 years, they're going to use it. It's important. You as a management think it's important, but what about the person? Where are the opportunities for them to apply their skills? If there are no opportunities, how can they develop? How can you give them feedback? Where's the follow-up? So all that money, time, etc. that you invested, you're not getting an ROI. You're not seeing a change. And it also gives training, coaching, and all these people development initiatives a bad name. People say, acha, haan, chalo chai samosa milega na, chalo jaake kha ke pee ke aate. But when we have all this in the pipeline, and as an organization we're really doing this, then of course the last is of accountability. Yes, that person has to be held accountable, that person needs to. You've given them all the opportunities, you've given them everything, and now you bring it there and say, okay, you need to be accountable. So this is the model that I have been using with numerous corporates, work even with students, and when I followed this as a coach or as a trainer, where I offer developmental journeys, not just coaching or training or mentoring, it's an actual package deal, using the right tool, seeing, identifying कि कहाँ पर problem area है, doing that diagnostics and helping them overcome that, the bottleneck, to see fantastic change. Now, when we do things like this and looking into the future, we would be planting seeds for leadership and future skills. So with that, I say thank you very much and looking forward to lots of leaders in the future. Open for questions, and as Rumi will tell me, he showed me that I got 2 minutes.
Okay, so we'll take 2 questions, but short questions, and you promise to give a short answer, ma'am. Okay, somebody give a mic on that table, please. Who's there? No, I know yes, but who's here? Mike DJ? M-I-K-E? Thank you. Yeah, the mic is coming after him, then you, and that's it. Oh. Seconds.
So the question is, there's a lot on knowledge, skills, attitude, and 70-20-10, most definitely I agree with that. However, what I'm going to say is, अगर उसका attitude ठीक नहीं है, कुछ भी करो नहीं होने वाला. So as we had discussed, even the panelists, they said, not 10%, work on that. in addition to, of course, the capabilities and things that we've just mentioned here.
Thank you. Thank you. Last question.
Ma'am, when you said accountability, fixing the accountability, that is for the participant of the training program or the HR department or the person who is organizing that training program?
So primarily the person who is bringing about the change in themselves because it's going to benefit them, but there's also holding that person accountable if you're in an organization. Okay, report back to me. You know, what is it that you're doing? We've invested in you, you've invested in yourself. So please let's have joint accountability.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Anybody else has another question? You'll take it offline with ma'am. Thank you very... Big round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. I'll quickly call upon Mr. Jagdish Teli, the Managing Director of A&G Placements and Staffing Solutions Private Limited, to present a paper, please. Thank you, sir. A warm welcome.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm Jagdish from Indore, A&G Placement Staffing Solution Private Limited. My company is into doctors and medical staff recruitment. We are having the complete solution for the medical and the hospital industry. 13 of experience, our USPs. Till now, we have served 600 plus clients, and currently we are having 300 plus clients to whom we are serving actively. Till now, we have placed 2,500 plus doctors across India. And we are having our own data bank of doctors and medical staff. That is 6 lakh plus. Honor to say, every month we are developing 2 to 3 new hospitals and place more than 50 to 100 doctors per month. We are completely technology-driven company. We are using many AI tools to develop the hospital industries. Our services, doctors and medical staff recruitment, then digital marketing, branding of the hospitals, HR services of the hospitals, software sales, which is required to run the hospital lease, rent, purchase, equipment, sales purchase, NABH, NABL solutions, hospital architecture. We are having a separate team for HMIS, hospital architect, and the different process for resume screening. What we do generally, we understand the resume first. What happens till now, what I have seen, we work but without understanding the JD. The difficult part is to understand the JD and what client is looking for. Pass on the same. So what we are having the 5-step process. The first step that what we are having is we pass the resume according to JD and we attach the JD with the resume. Then having the AI system to evaluate the candidate first. After getting the confirmation from the clients, we plan for the conference interview, then video interview, then one-to-one interaction. And 5th step is direct joining. And these are the basic, Google and scanners to see our company. Any question that anyone have? Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very, very much.
In time.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Please. Appreciate that you finished before time. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now going in for a final panel discussion number 4. It gives me great pleasure to invite on stage. Hello. Cheers. Anybody? Hotel, Holiday Inn, anybody here? Thank you. So, our discussion, the topic is going to be cyberbullying and financial literacy. So I would like to invite on stage Mr. Akshat Ketan, AU Corporate Advisory and Legal Services, AU Corporate and Legal Services, who's going to be our panelist. Mr. Ketan, are you here, sir? He's not there. Okay. Neeti Goel, renowned restaurateur, philanthropist, founder, What Now campaign panelist. Oh, let the AV play. This is Navy? Okay. I've discovered. Yeah, can you volume, please? Thank you. Wonderful. A big round of applause. What now? What a great initiative, Youth Cyber. So, who do we have on stage? I saw 3 of you on the screen in that video. Yeah, all 3? Okay. Neeti Goelji, thank you. Dr. Nivedita Shriyans. Mr. Akshat Ketan, not yet come. So, and Anika Goel, please, please. Youth Ambassador, wonderful. Please take your seats. Microphones, please. Mics, please sit down. Thank you. There's another screening. I'll give you mine.
A very good evening, everyone. Today we are here to discuss a very important topic, which is a burning issue. We all talk about lot of other issues, terrorism ho gaya, banking ho gayi, ye ho gaya, but nobody talks about cyber harassment and cyber bullying. Can anyone guess how many smartphones are there in our country? Anybody? No. Anyone else? We have 70 crore smartphones in our country with a huge population, but we have no shields to protect ourselves from the smartphones. So though they are a boon for us, they help us in connecting with our loved ones, they help us in sharing our photos with our loved ones, but they have a lot of repercussions which we don't realize. And that is something we really, really need to be aware of in today's times and save not only ourselves, but our families, our children, our brothers, sisters, the whole nation as such. If you see the Indian economy as at $5 trillion, and the cyber crime all over the world is already estimated at $7 trillion. That's the kind of damage it can do. Earlier, the banks used to be looted. If you see these armed men with guns, today it's just at the click of a button. Somebody sitting in a country somewhere else can just click on a button and he can hack a bank in Punjab, in Rajasthan, wherever. So in fact, there was a bank robbery recently in 2021 where 91 crores was stolen from a bank. In 27 different countries, the money was found, though everything could not be retrieved, but it's a serious, serious concern. And we ourselves need to make ourselves very, very aware whether you should be using public Wi-Fi or we should not be using. While it's okay to use public Wi-Fi while you are at airports and all, but it's absolutely not safe to use public Wi-Fi to do e-banking transactions. Because when you put in your password, it is encrypted on a server. And if there is a hacker, it can easily be decrypted by them. So these are small steps which can help us in safeguarding ourselves. So me and my co-founder, Nivedita, are here, and Anika Goyal. She is the youth ambassador for What Now. What Now is a movement which is started to combat cyber harassment, especially among the youth. So in today's times, a lot of children are facing sextortion, cyberbullying, trolling on the internet. And a lot of times they take up, they get into a depression, their grades start falling, they don't know who to talk to, and ultimately a lot of student suicides. So if you see the National Cybercrime Records, almost out of 10 children, 7 are cyberbullied. The numbers are alarming and they are huge. And they are mostly labeled as peer pressure, study pressure, but actually the reason is this. And this is something we really need to address. So we have a free helpline, which is 9019 115 115, where students, victims can call. We have counselors, clinical psychologists, suicide prevention experts, lawyers and doctors on call. They help them counsel. We have tied up with Government of Maharashtra, Mumbai Police. Similarly, we have tie-ups with various states in Rajasthan, in Bihar, in Uttarakhand, and now we are doing in Punjab. So once the victim is ready, we also help them file a complaint, FIR, and take the content down. So this is just a brief of what we exactly do. We'll just start our panel discussion now. So Dr. Nivedita, my first question is to you. You being a person in the field of education, how do you think What Now has impacted the youth, and what kind of a change have you seen in various awareness campaigns that we've conducted throughout all universities, colleges and schools?
So, good evening to all of you. And I think everybody needs a cup of coffee for sure. After a long learning day of sharing knowledge by so many wonderful speakers, I must congratulate Vipul Daveji and the talent team for organizing this event again and again and sharing the knowledge and platform for people like us. So congratulations on this one more successful event. We had come earlier also on the previous event. And even there are different people, different personalities from diverse fields. So it is very important to get people from different diverse fields and get them on one platform, discuss and help the society to grow in a positive direction in all fields. So congratulations and congrats to all these brilliant listeners. I think you all must clap for yourself for being the patient audience today here listening to all the panel members. So thank you for the patience and time. I have Anika with me, who is a young graduate from Switzerland, hotel management. Like this young girls, we have a lot of, the world and India is more of youth population. As you all know, we are a youth-rich country, with the highest amount of youth population, and which I think is one of the strongest USP for India, right? So if we really want to make a nation strong, we really have to work on the improvement of the quality of youth's life. What Now came with an idea to protect the youth against cyberbullying and cyber harassment. So as Niti gave you a complete detailed information about how the technology and how many smartphones we all have, so the major issue started happening when some serious alarming incidents started happening in India. So there were a lot of youth who were committing suicides. You must have seen यहाँ पे suicide हुआ है, वहाँ पे suicide हुआ, but the right reason of suicide was not coming out. The reasons what parents used to give is maybe because of peer pressure, maybe because of failing in exams, maybe because of love affair relationship failure, was the reason what everybody used to think was the reason for suicide for young boys and girls. But the research gave a very alarming figure that the highest amount of suicides were happening because of cyberbullying and cyber harassment, which is a very, very serious concern we as a nation. Because if we do not get up to this alarm, it can be a pandemic like what we had COVID. This is the next pandemic which is coming up silently behind our back. And we are not paying attention to it at all. So Niti Goel and me, we both came out with an idea that why don't we launch a helpline which will protect such youth who are facing this serious issue of cyberbullying and cyber harassment. I will just give you one small story of Indore. A very young boy, his age was just 16 years old, a very passionate boy who used to love doing makeup. You know what is makeup? Creative makeup, celebrity makeup, bridal makeup, and he wanted to do his career in makeup industry. So what he started doing is he started putting up his reels of his own makeup on Instagram and Facebook with lovely changes in the style he used to do the makeup. He used to upload the reels. He only had 10,000 followers on Instagram. And this boy for 2 months went on putting these reels on Instagram, and he started getting severely trolled by everybody on Instagram. Everybody started making fun of him, mocking at him. ए तू लड़की है क्या? ए तेरे को शर्म नहीं है क्या? ये तेरी इज्जत है क्या? ऐसे सब बहुत बुरी तरह से उसको अटैक करने लग गए. So he started getting into depression. And one day, one fine morning, we got the news that this boy committed suicide. He was just 16 years old. And just because of the trolling, he gave up his precious life. So this is something very, very serious, and we thought this helpline, what we created, is a dedicated helpline. It's an NGO where we provide the services to all such youth who are suffering through cyberbullying. Believe me, every day we are getting around 150 to 200 calls, and we get calls like, please help me, I am getting blackmailed. This is one different figure, different activity along with this cyber trolling. Other activity, what we are getting lot of calls is, lot of youth, young girls and boys, they are either in relationship, they are either in problem, and then they both have relationship problems, there is fight, there is enmity. And at this juncture, a boy or a girl blackmails the boy or a girl saying that now I'm going to make your nude video or your nude photograph viral. And अभी मैं आपको तुझको सिखाता हूँ मैं क्या हूँ. अभी मैं तुमको सिखाता हूँ मैं कौन हूँ. दिखाता हूँ मेरी क्या शक्ति है. तो ये सारे problems शुरू हो जाते हैं. And believe me, almost every day we get such calls and we are able to solve all of them. Only thing what we have to do is, when the victim calls us, we connect the victim to the nearest police station, to the cyber station, where cyber officers are there. We connect them to the officers and we make a complaint against the abuser, and we see to it that the abuser is brought to the police station, and we give confidence to the victim that your identity will be kept in secrecy, don't worry, don't be scared. We have psychologists who handhold such victims and we help them to register an FIR. Once a FIR is registered, we are able to help the victim, and believe me, when this abuser comes to the police station, he doesn't even have a capacity to stand or look into the police's eyes. He is so fattu, let me tell you that. All these abusers, they show bravery behind, but when they come in the front, they have no power even to look into your eyes. They are so
so bloody weak characters. So we handle such cases, and I'm very happy to say that we have saved around 31 lives who were about to commit suicides. We have helped them by giving them counseling, by giving them psychological support, and we have helped to see that how they can transform their lives. And every day 200 calls, we have covered more than 1 lakh youth all over India. Like Niti said, we have gone to Telangana, Bihar, we have gone to Maharashtra, Punjab. Everywhere we just go and do this awareness campaign. The day we do an awareness campaign, the same day we get around 300, 400 calls when the number is flashed. So this is how our NGO is working, and we are here to protect the youth against cyberbullying, cyber harassment, and we would like all your corporates also to join us in this mission to make this place a better place to live, all of us, technically and through social media, okay? So now I have Aneka here. I want you all to give a big round of applause because this is her first talk today. So she was a bit nervous, but I said, you need to talk as a youth. And I would request her to speak from her point of view as a youth, what she feels about social media and what is the challenges a younger generation is facing today, because today's generation is different. Generation where we were born was different, right? They all were born in the tech world. So I would hand over this mic to Aneka.